Hey everybody, it is Down Home with Tina Extra, and I'm so very excited. There is so much excitement going on at Fairfield Union High School with the boys basketball team this year, and I'm so excited to have Coach Shaeffer with me. And something I was sharing with him before we got started here is that because my daughter goes to the school and she's a senior this year, there are a few of those young men that I have followed from the junior high, so 7th grade, 8th grade, and what they did to us this last week and what they're doing right now is nothing less than what they did to me when they were in junior high. But this time, of course, the stakes are just a tidbit higher, wouldn't you say, Coach Shaeffer?
Just a little bit, yeah.
So will you please share with everybody a little bit about your career in being a basketball coach? How many years have you played or did basketball? Did you play basketball?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I played in school, and then I actually started coaching right after I got out. So my high school coach, which would be Coach Greg Booth, who helps out with the Burn Union girls team now, he kind of got me in at the middle school level at Sheridan. I coached there for, I think it was like 5 years, and then from there went to Lancaster under Coach Riggs for a year before I got my first head coaching job at Fairfield Union on the girls side. So I was there for 3 years, and now this is my second year with the boys.
What do you think so far? What's it been like for you in your short, couple of years now with
Sure,
the boys
yeah.
basketball team?
Yeah, I mean, Fairfield Union's become home for me and my family. I mean, they've kind of welcomed us since I got here on the girls side. I also coached football for a few years too here. So, I mean, it's a special place. I think that this tournament run kind of exemplifies that, the community support and the student support that we've got. And, you know, as in the second year, obviously these are, you know, pretty successful times that I think show a lot of the work that the guys have put in over the years, and especially these last few. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of, you know, the fact that they, you know, won the league this year, and then the second ever district title in school history, and then the first time ever getting to the regional final. So quite a special group.
Let's talk a little bit about, if you will please, the team itself and what we're looking at, because as I had said, I have watched a few of these young men grow, and then a few others have come up and now they're on the varsity and their starting team, and it's just like they're really a wow kind of team. Sure. The way they work together, what I saw back then and even today.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those teams that is special on a number of fronts. It is the closest group of guys that I've ever been around. Coaching baseball, football, basketball, anything. I've never been around a locker room quite like this. You know, we're led by 5 seniors that set the bar pretty high. And there's just a sense of family in the locker room. We stress, it's on the back of our shooting shirts, this kind of we over me attitude. And I think it was a nice slogan at first, and it's now something that they've bought into. Nobody wants to, you know, let anybody down, whether it's a drill in practice or, you know, Ted shooting free throws in a regional semifinal with the game on the line. You know, nobody wants to let anybody down. So it's just a special group.
Talking about sitting on the edge of your seat with being at the games is just kind of like, what is it like for you as the coach as you're going through all of it?
I mean, it would be nice if maybe they weren't all so close. I mean, we had the overtime game with Gallia, and then last night kind of coming down to the wire, but I think it makes it exciting. It gives kids an opportunity to make plays that, you know, they're going to remember for the rest of their life. I think our community is going to remember, you know, Caleb's shot against Gallia. And,
let's talk a little bit about that. How did that play out, being that we were in overtime, about to go in double overtime? Because of course we had the ball and it was tied and at the very last few seconds of the game. But of course it can change in the last 10 seconds of a game if they would do a turnover with the ball.
Right. I mean, you know, when you get in a tournament, you got to be a little bit lucky as well as execute to get to the level that we're at right now. And, you know, we actually had drawn that play up to get Caleb Smeltzer a look, and you know, credit to Gallia Academy, they kind of took that away. So, you know, once you have a breakdown with 5 seconds left, it's up to guys to make a play, and, you know, Caleb kind of checked it, Smeltzer's not open, and, you know, it's a guy making a play, step back and hit a 3 to keep moving.
Yeah, and what the reaction with everybody, and they can see a little bit, we're going to show a little clip of that and everything, and then it went up against New Lex, which New Lex were they 4 seeded and we were 2, and then we went into that game, of course, a little bit. I think I heard somebody say they were aggressive. They were an aggressive team, but we went out there and we really showed. Well, and I do, again, folks, I say we because I am a big fan. Right. I gotta be.
That's right.
Not that I gotta be, but I'm excited to be. But just the way that it all played out with them was not what we expected. It's sometimes you get out there and you've just got a shooting game.
Right.
All of it. I mean,
Right.
all.
Yeah, everything went together that game. I think, the couple days to prep for New Lex, you could kind of feel it in the gym. There was kind of a sense of focus of trying to accomplish something that had only been done once before. We walk in the gym every day and we look up at 2017 as the only district title we've gotten. You could feel, there wasn't a lot of messing around. It was really, down to business for those couple of days. And even in the locker room before the game, you could just tell that the guys were locked in, and they came out and played at an incredibly high level against New Lex.
And then here it was just with last evening when we played, and another game that was just really super close, that team actually had beat us at the last time by 5 points.
January.
Yeah. What was the mentality of the team coming into the game?
I think that there was a little bit of a sense of showing how far we've come. I don't think we played real well when we went down to Tri-Valley early in the year, and the guys had kind of taken some ownership on that. It's kind of funny, with us right now. We're at 24-3, and the 3 teams that beat us, we had the opportunity to play again, and it's kind of something that the guys have latched onto. When Tays beat us the first time, they wanted a little bit of revenge second time. Same thing, Gallia Academy beat us the first time. So to have a chance to get them again. And so last night was kind of that same thing. Tri-Valley got us the first time. We just wanted to come out and execute to have a chance in the fourth.
So Coach Shaeffer, they're not going into these games feeling intimidated then. That's what I think is, because it's a mental thing, I think, at that point where they've gone up a team now into the high stakes games of these tournaments, and they're actually going, okay, we're ready to do this, and let's put that behind them. I mean, how do they get past that part of it?
I think, the thing that has made kind of this journey special is we did not set any goals at the beginning of the year, which is kind of unique. A lot of teams set goals that they want to achieve, but we did not, because we didn't want to have a kind of a cap on what the year was going to be.
Yeah.
So we talked about league titles, but we didn't make it a goal, and we talked about getting to the convo, but didn't make it a goal. And our goal was just every day when we come to work, we want to play to the standard that we've kind of set. And I think that standard, that bar has kind of went up throughout the year. And so it kind of takes some pressure off. It's just about playing, Fairfield Union basketball every day and backing each other up and playing at a high level. And I think that's what they're doing right now.
So you just have a day break. Are the boys going to be ready for this Saturday at the combo again?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is, to have the first ever chance to go to a regional final playing, the #1 team in the state. It's exciting. The guys are, I'm excited to see how practice goes today. I know we're going to be a little tired, but there's going to be a buzz in the gym, and the seniors will lead the way. They'll be ready to go.
So let's talk about the players now and the actual team. Would you please go off with that?
Sure. I mean, we're led by 5 great seniors that have put a lot of years into building the program. Brennan Rolls is our point guard. He's an outstanding leader for us. He probably should shoot it more than he does from an X's and O's standpoint, but he's just an unselfish player. He just does the little things really, really well. And I think our locker room kind of follows his lead. He's the communicator in the room. So, since I got here last year, he was captain last year, captain again this year. Another guy who starts for us is Ronnie Rowley. He's got a very tough job every night.
He pops up and you're just like, whoa, there's Ronnie again. That's awesome.
Ronnie has the hard job of, typically defending the best player from the other team.
Yeah.
And that's a tough job to have sometimes. That doesn't mean you're going to score, but to be willing to do the little things that he does and just the momentum that he gives us defensively, we're one of the top teams in Division II in points allowed, which is an impressive stat, and I think it's all of them, but it's his effort defensively that kind of it's incredibly contagious. And then we've got Ted Hara, who's come up big in a lot of games this year, like last night. Hit a couple free throws to seal it and get a rebound late. And he's a force inside. He's incredibly tough, I think, for people to prep for. And then we got 2 guys who have just bought into the role of coming off the bench and bringing energy with them, and that's Isaac Smeltzer is a great shooter for us. Really solid defender. He's come a long way on the defensive end, and a lot of times he subs in for Ronnie, so he gets that. He gets the assignment of playing against the best player. He's done an outstanding job, and Cole Johnson, he's another senior for us. Again, came in last night, down 2. Hits a shot at the buzzer to go into the halftime tied. So just guys accepting their role and playing at a high level, and then you know, in our rotation, we have 2 juniors. We've got Caleb Smeltzer, who is an outstanding player. I mean, he was, you know, Mid-State League Player of the Year and first team All-District, a great player. And then Caleb Redding, who was first team All-League and first team All-District, had the, you know, the big shot against Gallia, and he's playing great right now.
Is it typical to have the subs like you have that can go out there and just bring right exactly what the starting team brings?
No,
because that's really what you have.
I don't think that is not something that everybody is blessed with, is having guys who, you know, when you maybe make your sub from your first 5, there's no drop down. It's guys who come in, they play at a high level, you know, they know the game plan and they execute it, and that's, you know, being 24-3 has a lot to do with the fact that those guys come in and play the way they do.
Yeah, it's so exciting. Anything that I haven't shared yet other than where we're going to be, of course, again, and the time and tickets and things for folks who want to go out there and cheer on the Fairfield Union team?
So, you know, Saturday night, it's changed. It was originally supposed to be at 4 o'clock. It's now going to be at 6 o'clock at the Convo. Tickets are online at ohsa.org/tickets. Yeah. I do believe that there's some streaming going on, but I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be streamed at this point in time. But we'll be playing Bishop Reedy for a chance to go to the Final Four.
Yes, and it is we, as you said, over me.
That's right.
And that should really be what we do overall. Anyways, anything else that you would like to share with folks today?
You know, I don't think it gets said enough. I want to thank the community that supported the guys all year. Our student body's been outstanding. I mean, we've had so many kids want to go to games that we've actually taken a student section bus to every road tournament game.
That has been awesome.
They've been outstanding. So I mean, the guys get a lot of credit, which they should. I mean, they've put in the time to kind of be the special team, but I think it needs to be stated just how much and how thankful we are for the community support.
And it was really cool last night because they did, all of the guys after the game stood there and they all sang together with, I call the pep squad and the
had the alma mater last night. That was special.
Oh, very, very special.
Yeah.
Good luck to you and everything, folks. I hope that you take the time and that you will make it out there to cheer on the Fairfield Union boys varsity Falcons team on Saturday at OU in Athens at the Convo. I want to also go ahead and thank Ava Jewelers for being our special sponsor for today. And folks, thank you so much for watching the very first Down Home with Tina Extra.